Can robots be sued? It's a brave new world for lawyers, navigating the potential uses and risks of artificial intelligence. Scientific developments are unfolding in a positive way in real time, making life easier through the use of devices on our phones and in our homes. For attorneys, the lack of legal precedent can represent both a challenge and an opportunity. Joining us now to discuss is Shook partner Cory Fisher. Cory's an AI and intellectual property attorney who speaks and writes frequently on the topic of AI. Shook and L.L.P co-authored a short white paper on the issues of concern for general counsel gleaned from the results of a survey of GCs. Cory, thanks for joining us. Tell us the number one concern in terms of AI, according to this survey.
Absolutely. It really isn't a surprise, but it came back as privacy and security. It was 60% of those surveyed came back with that response. And really, if we look into why that might be the reason, AI is built on data. Data drives everything to do with artificial intelligence. And so when you have that much data to have an effective artificial intelligence system, it's stored somewhere by someone, and it's very telling. And so anytime we have that large mass of data, we always are going to have concerns about the privacy and security associated with it.
Absolutely. Well, what was next in terms of the survey?
45% of the respondents came back saying there appears to be a lack of regulation and standards associated with artificial intelligence. And that is a very understandable reaction by general counsel. Part of it is the whole enigma associated with artificial intelligence. It just sounds so different. But what we all really need to do is just step back, take a breath, and realize the problems that AI is being used to address are problems that have always existed. We might be changing the actors or the types of people associated with the responses associated with those problems, but we just need to take a step back, take a breath, and look at it from a rational basis.
Well, how will the use of AI impact general counsel?
One of the things that we need to keep in mind is a lot of the use and implementation of AI is actually being driven by the business side. And so the executive or C-suites are saying, hey, please find efficiencies, find new ways to achieve a previously performed task. And so there's this constant drive within a company or a corporation to implement it. What general counsel need to do is understand that, hey, this is moving forward. So what is my client or my company or my organization doing in AI, and start to look at it holistically. How is it all approaching, and what do we need to be proactively thinking of rather than reactively?
Well, large law firms are developing AI practices now, but Shook's AI focus takes a unique role. Tell us about it.
That's true. So a lot of task force type of industry groups look at it from a very myopic, kind of focused look. But instead, Shook is approaching differently with a multidisciplinary sort of approach where we have professionals in the intellectual property, privacy, data security, products liability, class action, and public policy realms. For example, in our DC office, Carrie Silverman has taken a lead on identifying how artificial intelligence impacts all aspects of clients and corporations.
Any final thoughts for general counsel?
Yeah, one of the stumbling blocks that I hear when we have conversations with general counsel is there's a confusion. And what we need to remember there are two sides to the artificial intelligence coin. The first side deals with artificial intelligence as a tool used by legal professionals. It drives efficiencies within the legal department, it drives efficiencies within outside counsel. But the other side of the coin, the one that we're actually talking a lot about here in this podcast, is when the client or the corporation or the organization implement AI, what are the resulting liabilities and challenges that a general counsel will have to face because someone chose to implement artificial intelligence?
Very interesting stuff, Cory. Thank you. And if you'd like to read the full report, you can go to our website. That's shb.com. We do want to remind listeners that the choice of a lawyer is an important decision, and it should not be based on advertising. And the information in this podcast is for informational purposes only. It should not be considered any kind of legal advice. Thank you.